Story appears ordinary till you see the core side of it.
And what you're looking for is the story behind the news.
We bring it to you from Lagos, the commercial capital of Nigeria.
Giving you all sides on political stories round the clock.
Every detail from the start line to the final whistle.
CoreTV News, expanding your view.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on CoreTV News on the hour. I am Ebunlomo Adekunle. Nigeria has recorded a fresh case of the deadly Ebola virus. Health Minister Onyebuchi Chukwu disclosed that one of the doctors that treated the late Liberian-American Patrick Sawyer in Lagos has contracted the disease.
As at today, we have the first of those health personnel who have now become Ebola positive and is being treated as such. So, if we are keeping records, this is now the second case of Ebola virus disease in Nigeria. So, this new case is one of the doctors who attended to the patient who imported Ebola virus disease into Nigeria. As I speak, also 3 others who participated in that treatment who are currently symptomatic have had their samples taken, and hopefully by the end of today we should have the result of their own test. So 2 cases so far. One dead, one is alive and is being managed as a case of Ebola virus disease.
In a confirmation of the federal government's position, the Lagos state government has revealed that a female medical doctor who had contact with the Liberian victim of Ebola that recently died in Nigeria has tested positive to the deadly virus. The State Commissioner for Health, Jide Idris, disclosed this at a media briefing on the Ebola update. It says the doctor is one of the 8 persons in contact tracking of the state government. Idris hinted that government is currently on a follow-up to ascertain the status of the family members of the affected person.
The occurrences of secondary cases was expected given the nature of contact this person had with the patient from Liberia. This was because they were unaware of this status until the management of the hospital reported their suspicions to the state government. The investigation team is in communication with family members and other contacts of the new suspect cases to counsel them and monitor their health status. Given the complexity of the outbreak in the West African sub-region and the current situation in Lagos, the ministry is taking all precautions to contain the spread of this disease.
Former Governor of Osun State, Olagunsoye Oyinlola, says he will defect to the All Progressives Congress. Speaking to newsmen in his Okuku residence, Oyinlola revealed that he will be joining the All Progressives Congress at a mega rally in Osogbo, the Osun State capital. The development has generated excitement in the camp of the APC because the former governor is considered to be very influential in the politics of the state. His defection is seen as a boost to Governor Rauf Aregbesol's chances of securing a second term in office in the election holding on Saturday. It became obvious that Oyinlola's crisis with the PDP was far from being over as he stayed away from the PDP mega rally, which was attended by President Goodluck Jonathan, Vice President Namadi Sambo, the national chairman of the PDP Adamu Muazu, and the leaders of the party last Saturday. The national chairman of the APC, John Odighe-Oyegun, former chairman BC Akonde, and the national leader of the party, Bola Tinubu, had immediately after the defeat of Governor Kayode Fayemi by Ayo Fayose in Ekiti State, visited Oyinlola at his residence in Okuku to woo him to join the party. And now to Nasarawa State. The state governor, Tanko Almakura, appeared before the 7-member panel investigating impeachable charges against him, but his accusers failed to show up. The governor, who was accompanied by his lawyers, maintained that he was prepared to defend himself, even though he was not served with any impeachment notice. The panel gave the state lawmakers till Tuesday to turn up or risk losing their case against the governor. The report.
Governor Tanko Almakura breezed into the venue of the panel sitting, looking anything but embattled. He was accompanied by aides and soon took his seat beside his legal team. The stage was set for the commencement of proceedings, but members of the State House of Assembly were absent. The lawmakers also didn't have lawyers representing them. But this did not stop the process as Governor Almakura opened his defense before his counsel took over.
I'm appearing here today in response to the hearing notice signed on me by this honorable panel. And my appearance is for purposes of defending myself against the allegations made against me by the State House of Assembly, and also to clear my name against this spurious and unfounded allegations made on me. I'd like to say that I intend to challenge this violation of the Constitution at an appropriate forum, not this, and at an appropriate time.
With all sense of responsibility, I submit that the stage at which we have come is one in which I can confidently apply that the complaint in the impeachment notice be dismissed for want of prosecution.
After listening to both men, panel chairman noted that it was important that the lawmakers turned up to prove their allegations. He also outlined available options if they failed to show up.
Where the House of Assembly fails or neglects to appear and lead evidence in proof of the allegations, the panel, upon proof of service, may dismiss the allegations. Where the governor fails or neglects to appear to defend the allegations against him, and if the panel is satisfied that he has been duly served, either personally or by substituted means, as the panel may have ordered, the panel will proceed to consider the evidence adduced by the House of Assembly and make the appropriate findings.
The Nasarawa State House of Assembly have not appeared, in spite of the fact that they have been served with processes, and there is bailiff's affidavit of service before the panel. It is also true that under paragraph 7C of the regulations guiding their proceedings, they have a right to dismiss it. But I am in full agreement with them that the best thing to do in this circumstance is to give them a second chance. And we're prepared to come back tomorrow. We hope they will be here. We will very, very happily take them on their allegations, one after the other, if they have the courage to come to discuss, because we know that it would be a very pleasurable experience to cross-examine some of them.
It is, however, not certain that the legislators will make themselves available when the panel reconvenes on Tuesday. This is because they are not comfortable with the composition of the panel, but from all indications, there is little they could do about it.
It's the CoreTV News on the hour. We'll take a break and we'll be back with more. Don't go away.
On August 9th, The people of Osun will head to the polls. Who will emerge the next governor of Osun State?
And the legitimate authority to govern this state.
20 candidates are hoping for the mantle.
Winning is not the problem, but the grace of God.
But only the people have the power to decide.
These are my people who will vote en masse for Omishore.
Join CoreTV News for an extensive live coverage of the elections, interviews, studio discussions, and more. Live on August 9th, 2014. You can also watch us live online at www.coretvnews.com. CoreTV News, our 24 hours news station.
And now outside Nigeria, President Barack Obama welcomed African leaders at an unprecedented summit in Washington, with all eyes on the continent as it battles the worst outbreak of the Ebola virus in history. Forging stronger economic ties between the United States and Africa is the main aim of the three-day summit, with U.S. officials keen to boost links with a continent projected by the International Monetary Fund to see 5.8% growth in 2014. While the focus is on trade, with Obama last year describing Africa as the world's next major economic success story, Washington has also vowed to ensure issues such as security, governance and human rights are on the agenda. The United States currently lags in third place in the trade standings, with Africa far behind the European Union in the first and China in second. The White House insists that its initiative is no way a belated response to China's growing investment and influence across the continent over the past decade. Drawing up a list of invites for the summit has proved delicate. Only 4 nations were left off the guest list. They are the Central African Republic, Eritrea, Sudan and Zimbabwe. And that's all we have for you on this hour. Join us again, top of the hour for more. Thank you for watching. I am Ebolomo Adikunle.